In Congress could shut down research on a vaccine to prevent the Zika virus. The National Institutes of Health warns research could stop without new funding. President Obama now says Congress should not leave for summer recess until it approves more than $1 billion to fight Zika.
I want all the American people to know that we have a chance of developing a vaccine quickly that will help a lot of people as long as Congress over the next few weeks does its job.
Earlier this week, Senate Democrats blocked a Zika funding bill because the unrelated provisions added by Republicans, like a measure to remove restrictions on Confederate flags at federal cemeteries. And because that bill failed, Texas will have to wait for financial support to combat Zika here at home.
It all came down to pure politics, and KXAN political reporter Phil Prazen shows us how it happened.
$1.1 billion to defend against Zika is something most people in Congress can get behind, but here is the compromise bill that did not pass. 120 pages, and only around 10 of them is the U.S. response to Zika.
Something else on their plate that they would like to pass that for some reason or another hasn't been popular, wants to get a little bit of that Zika juice, want to be attached to that popular bill over there.
This time, the bill also had provisions taking money out of Obamacare, Planned Parenthood, and a law allowing the Confederate flag to fly over VA cemeteries. Democrats say that all was too much, and it failed mostly on party lines.
And so pretty quickly, you're all fraud in politics, and you're all talking about a bill that's called the Zika bill, but really isn't about Zika anymore.
That idea is amplified in an election year where voters won't allow Democrats or Republicans to vote a certain way on the Confederate flag and keep their job.
I hope cooler heads prevail.
Texas Senator John Cornyn has pushed for the Zika portion of the bill for months, and so I went to ask him how this happens.
Well, it's a distraction from the real problem.
He's back to possibly bring the issue up again next week.
Always, almost by definition, nothing is perfect, but you have to realize that in order to get something done, you can't let the perfect be the enemy of the good.
Everything is politics, and nothing is getting done. Phil Prazen, KXAN News.
Despite the federal funding delay, Texas is still working with the Centers for Disease Control to fight Zika. Today, the CDC reviewed the state's response plan at the invitation of Governor Greg Abbott.